Hello, we're back with our next full cell electronic dance music tutorial, and in this video we're going to be going over the new Launchkey iPad application that has just come out. It's free on the App Store right now. It's a synthesizer that's supposed to work with the new Launchkey keyboard that's coming out this month from Novation. However, there are some things that I did manage to get to work with this keyboard with the app that I wanted to point out to you guys, and some things that aren't possible with this keyboard setup. So basically, I'm hooked up via iRig to the iPad to send MIDI, and the power that's going to the keyboard is coming from my laptop because this one doesn't have a power supply. But the new Launchkey does in fact have a power supply. So what we're going to do is just launch the app, and then just to show it to you, that's the logo right there. Cool. And upon launch, you'll notice we got keys, we got macros, and we got some funny things going on top of the screen. So before anything, let me just show you that the keys are working upon launch. So yeah, not really musical, I'm just hitting the keys. But so there are a couple things going on here. Right now we're focused on this preset. Well, it's hard to say because we have presets here that are all lined up that'll give us all these different sounds. Okay? But then within that preset, let me just go back to this first one here. Okay. So within this one patch bank, we still have other presets we could trigger. And these are like different sounds. And if you'll notice, you can kind of drift in between. And you can see the action happening on the macros. So that's really cool. There's a lot of space to work with, and you can just immediately touch something, lock, and if you like the way the sound is over here, you could just drag it, and then now all of a sudden you're locked there. So they're basically like pinpoints of your parameter mappings. So let's quickly, let me stop that real quick. Cool. So let's talk about the 8 macros. So there are 8 macros on top of the key. They're a cutoff, mod envelope, oscillator, amp release, etc., etc. So the 8 macros are automatically mapped, and they're immediately working upon launch. So you'll see they're a really good response on this keyboard. I was not expecting it to work this efficiently, but I have to say it's working really darn good. So we got the 8 macros hooked up. They don't change. So whatever the 8 macros are, that's what they are going to be. The loop button turns on the latch mode. So if you can see that latch mode is turning on, and that makes it when I hit a key. But the ARPS mode not on. When I hit a key, the note just continues to stay even though I'm not playing. You know? Cool. So stop and play will turn on art mode. Cool. And fast forward and rewind will actually change through the entire preset, the whole bank. So we're actually changing in the patch area. See that? Which is really cool. This is all just happening right when I plugged in. I just started pushing buttons, and I was seeing a lot of things happen, and I was really happy about that. Let's change this preset. I'm not right. Birds one is not that good. Okay, so we have that going on. Now, this was really interesting. I was not expecting this, but so we got a note going on. I'm going to just start moving a couple of these faders, and what this basically does, it's ADSR. So you see you got the amplitude for the envelope, modulation envelope decay, modulation envelope release. These buttons on the bottom aren't really doing anything yet. Maybe they do something that I'm not aware of, but the pitch and mod are working. Let's turn off ARP and let's see how the octave is working. Oh, it does work, it just doesn't go that high up. So that's what I've been able to see from this keyboard setup right now, which for me is really darn good. I mean, from what I read in the description of the app, the Launchpad has more pads on the side, and 9 through, I don't remember how many there were, but basically 9 and above will be preset mappings, and you could get around your app just by hitting the pads. And the app is supposed to sync with the new Launchpad application that's also out on the iPad store. I haven't started messing with that yet, but we're just going to start with talking about this one. So, not really so much more I can say beyond that. I mean, you can bet that there will be updates. I was not expecting this to work upon hooking up. There is no description saying that this was supposed to work, but it's really all MIDI, so anything is really possible. I'm really excited to see where this goes. I have all Novation hardware, and I'm happy that they're making some killer iPhone apps and iPad apps now. And yeah, get this app while it's free on the store. Do yourself a favor. It's got some good sounds on there, and it's already synced up with the new Novation app, and you could bet that there's going to be some updates, I'm sure. So this is Full Sail Electronic Dance Music. Sam Fisher, signing out.